know you don't remember me, but I'm Alexis. Welcome back to the Happee channel.
We don't even know what to say. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so welcome back to the Happee Knits podcast. Before we get started, I know it's been a long time. However, silly me, I just had a conversation with Jordan, and I thought we had been gone for 2 years. Jordan came back and said we've been gone for 3 years. And I said, well, no wonder I don't remember how to knit. So that explains a lot. I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to begin. We are so happy to be back.
Yes.
We are very, very happy to be back. We are going to be super, super rusty. I don't even know if I'm going to remember how to edit this video. But
I forgot all the lingo.
But we're going to get back to where we were. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we will.
Okay, so anyway, so let's talk. Let's give you some life updates. Since we podcast last in apparently December of 2021, what has been happening with you, Jordan? What has gone on with your personal life?
Let's see. December 2020, I was a junior in high school.
Were you?
I was.
No. Oh, yes. No, because... Oh, okay, yes. Okay. Oh,
I was a junior in high school.
Dang.
At the time.
Wow.
17 when that podcast went up. 16 when that podcast went up. I hadn't turned 17 yet.
Yeah. Wow.
Since then, I have graduated high school. Yes. I am now going to University of North Texas.
Doesn't he look so much older, y'all? I mean, like literally like a young man.
It's been 3 years. I'm 20 now.
He just had a birthday, December 27th. So happy belated
birthday!
Belated birthday.
Let's see what. I'm studying kinesiology up at college.
You did start out in the band.
I did start on the band, and then I taught marching band at my high school for a year. And here I am.
As for me, I think what happened, well, I will say this. So my life was super busy. So I have, if you guys follow us, and I know we have probably some new followers from the time that we left to the time to today, a few new followers. I guess let's back up Steven. I called him my husband. Let's back up Jordan because we never introduced ourselves.
Okay. Huh.
So my name is Yolanda, and this is my son Jordan, and we started a podcast many moons ago. And if you are a subscriber, you know from the get-go, you can go back and always look at the old podcast. I am married to Steven for 28 years. I have another son named Dante, whose birthday is today, January the 11th. This is when we're podcasting. So he's 23. And I have a 10-year-old daughter named Alexis. So we live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, a little bit closer to Fort Worth than Dallas. But anyway, so yeah. So we just, it's been 3 years since we podcast. So I thought we probably should start by introducing ourselves. Now, with that being said, I did not mean to be gone for 3 years. Obviously, I thought it was only 2. But right after that last podcast, I got COVID, I think 2 more times. And so I had some lingering effects from that. Not too terribly bad, but nonetheless, there are some lingering issues. But needless to say, and then I also had my Happee Kitchen business, which I do sourdough, and all kinds of other things with that business. And so I live in a community that has always been very supportive of my Happy Kitchen business. And so that side hustle literally has kept me super busy for the last 3 years. And I'm very grateful and excited about it. But it was one of those things where I felt like I had to probably, for balance purposes, give up something in order to kind of concentrate on that. And I think 2025 rolled around. Actually, the end of 2024, I was like, you know what? I kind of am missing Happy knits, and I want to reconnect with knitting and the people. And I honestly, once I stopped podcasting in 2021, I actually did a little bit of knitting at the beginning of 2022, but it dramatically dropped off to the point where I literally have not picked up needles for that long a period of time. So I just recently started back knitting, and some things I absolutely was intuitive to me. Some things I was like, I'm gonna have to look that up and see what. So yeah, so I did not mean to have a long hiatus, but I think we're back. I've talked to Jordan. I said, now, as far as how often we're gonna podcast, I'm not gonna even comment on it. If you see us, you see us, right, Jordan? I don't want to overcommit.
How frequently did we used to?
It ended up, I mean, we've been podcasting for a long time, and we only made it to episode 52. So
it was like once every couple of months.
Or so. Really, I wanted to do once a month, once every 3 weeks, but it never, for whatever reason, it never panned out like that. We were always doing something. So yeah. So everybody's happy, healthy. We just got snow in Texas. If you followed my Instagram, I posted a couple of pictures and videos. So it's finally melting. It got above freezing yesterday, and it's above freezing today. So hopefully, we'll be back to a non-snow zone.
Or at least a little bit.
For a little bit. Okay, Jordan. I know we're rusty. So this is episode number 52. And so let's go ahead and get started. So because I do have a little bit of knitting content, not a lot, but we got to start somewhere, right? Yeah. Just get back on the horse.
The horse.
Get back on the horse. Okay, so I'm going to start with so I had a friend, an ex coworker who just recently had a baby, and I wanted to knit her daughter a cute little hat that I'm going to send off to her because they live in Seattle. She doesn't watch my podcast, so I think it's safe that actually she doesn't watch it because it doesn't exist. Didn't exist. But I did teach her how to knit. So is that terrible? It was bad. Yeah. She doesn't watch his podcast because nobody does.
There is no podcast to watch.
There wasn't no podcast to watch. So anyway, so I picked up, so this is actually one of my first projects of 2025. So it is, let's see. And yes, guys, we still have the same focusing issues we had 3 years ago, but I am going to correct that with a new camera going forward, so we shouldn't have these issues. So yeah. So here is the hat. It is just a free pattern off of Ravelry. See, you don't even remember their website. It's Ravelry, not Etsy. Alrighty, this just goes to show you where we are today. So, with that being said, this is a free pattern from Purl Soho. It is their just classic cuffed hat. And so I wanted something super simple. And this is knit on Loops and Threads, Impeccable Colorway Summerset. This is 100% acrylic because I didn't want her to have to worry about wash and care, etc. Now she does have another daughter that's a little bit older, so I think I'm going to knit her something as well before I send this off to her in Seattle, because I want both of her kids to have something. But these were knit on my Addi interchangeable needles, size 6 4mm, and US size 7 4.5 millimeters. So yeah, so this was of course, hats for me are super easy. So I said, if I'm gonna get back on the horse,
why not start with a hat?
Why not start with a hat? So we did that. I had these on the needles from 3 years ago.
It's bad.
It's terrible, isn't it?
It's a shame.
It's yeah, it's awful. Just awful. But anyway, so I had to get these needles off in order to do the hat. So this is just Lily and Cream. I don't even know the colorway. I don't know where the ball band went. Yeah. So this is
it's green.
It's you think that's green? Well, it's in the, I guess, green.
I'll say, is it not?
Yeah, the light is a little
forest green.
A little much, but okay. So
Sage.
Yeah, sage green. So anyway, so I always have a washcloth or two on the needles generally, because who can't use washcloths, right? So I have quite a few, and they're super easy. I always use the pattern Grandma's Dishcloth off of what, Jordan?
Ravelry.
Ravelry. Not Etsy.
Ravelry.
And I knit those on a 7 with my No, I take that back.
Chiagoo.
No, those were with the Addis, because I needed to take these off, this one off, in order to do the hat.
And you said that
because
for the other one.
What?
Oh wait, no.
Okay, so here's the deal. So I have projects from 3 years ago. Literally like all over the place, lingering. So I had to go hunting for all of the things. Needles. So I'm still trying to come to terms with where all of my things are, where I left off with projects, etc. So I'm getting there. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but yeah, we're working our way down. Why does I literally feel like my feet are going to sleep. Literally hanging off this chair. Okay. All right, Jordan. So next on our list is I do have a finished object. Those. Oh, you remembered. Those two were finished too.
More foes.
Yes. But what is my favorite thing to knit ever?
Socks.
So these were hanging out on the needles for 3 years. Jordan, you can show them that. And is it focusing?
Well, you gotta cover your face.
I did.
Not completely.
Is now?
No, it's still tracking your face.
Oh, is that good?
There we go. I think.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So these are my basic sock recipe. I knit all my socks toe up. That's the way I like to knit mine. And I started with the seam-free rounded toe. You hold one, I hold one. God, the lighting is blowing these out.
A little bit.
So we'll fix that on the next episode, but just bear with us, because like I said, we are rusty.
I thought you were gonna sing it.
I did. Okay, so anyway, so this is my normal sock recipe. I do the seam-free rounded toe. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and it is by Lynn Ashton. And then I knit. I always, for the most part, my favorite heel is the Fleegle heel. And if you have followed me for any time, length of time, you know that that is my go-to heel. So I did a contrast color for this. And let me tell you, so the yarn on this is somewhere. Hold please.
Oh, please.
I forgot to
Safe place. Well, while she has left to go obtain that, I don't have anything to say. Trying to think of a joke. What do you call a cow with no legs?
What do you call a cow with no legs?
Ground beef.
Okay. All right. So let me tell you what this yarn is. He said ground beef. So this was, of course, from my stash, Serenity Fibers. You can't really see that. I'm not sure if she's still dying or not, but it was Christina Tomasic. And this was on her Mythical Creatures sock set yarn club Centaur. 75% merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards, 100 grams. And then she had a mini. She had the mini that came with it, of course. And so that's what I used. And like I said, I don't know if she is still...
I remember this.
You remember this?
I do remember this.
And then I had them in my my little sock cozies, yarn socks, SOXX. I don't know if they're still around because I tried to look them up on their website and it didn't pull it up. But anyway, these things are my favorite. I absolutely love them. And anyway, I knit these. They were housed in my Texas themed bag, which I got from Nicole from Stitched Below. She gifted it to me a long time ago. I don't know if she's on Etsy or not, but I will put her name down just in case she is still making bags. And then the inside, of course, is like a gingham. So one of my favorites is gingham. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And it came with this cute little ruler drawstring. So anyway, so yeah, so that is what those socks were in. So now it's time for me to move on. I need to start doing some Scrappy socks because I have so much yarn left over from other socks that I need to start just combining those and making
socks.
Making socks. With that being said, we're going to move on. Oh, those are knit. So I use a size 1, US size 1, 2.25 for all of my socks. I knit them 2 at a time. I'm a 2 at a time girly. I love 2 at a time because if I did 1 at a time, I don't know that I would finish the second one. No. But I have yarn in 2 project bags that are already separated and ready to go. I just need to pick up the needles and get going. So with that being said, let me show you what was on my needles from 3 years ago.
I remember this bag.
This is the Japanese knot bag. Knot bag. And it was gifted to me by a viewer. She used to have a podcast. Her name was Mari, and it used to be Hooked on Needles podcast. Anyway, I met her at the yarn store in Fort Worth, and we hit it off. And yeah, she gifted that to me, and I absolutely love this bag. Fantastic bag. So this is a shawl that has literally been hanging out for quite some time. It is the Allspice shawl. I've knit one of these before. And so I decided to pick these up again to make a new one. And with that being said, the yarn is this orangey colorway is some Vidalana Mirage sock that I had in my stash, and it's a colorway Helianthus. Helianthus.
We'll go with that.
We'll go with that. And then they're also living in my sock yarn sock cozies. So the other colorway is by KnitMona, and I don't think she's dyeing yarn anymore. And it was on her colorway Knitty Gritty. And it was 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 2-ply. And yeah, I have a few things from KnitMona that I remember purchasing. So anyway, so this is an Allspice shawl that is on Ravelry. It is a free pattern. So I'm going to pick that back up where I left off and see if I can finish that sometime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is knit on, you know what,
size 2.
No.
Size 3.
No.
1.
No.
Bigger?
I can't even read this. See, and I will tell you, in 3 years, my vision has gotten worse. The glasses need to be on.
Does it say on the needle?
Yeah, it's a. Is that a 5?
Ooh. I don't think I can.
It's something. It's something. I'll come back and I'll look it up for you. Yeah, because I can't even see that myself. All right, moving on. Then we have. This one is definitely a languishing whip, and as a matter of fact, if you go back to one of my last couple episodes, you will see this.
Oh, I remember this.
You remember that?
Why, yes, I do.
Why, yes, you do.
I thought you finished this.
You know what happened? Let me tell you what happened. I was reading the pattern, and I'm pretty sure I messed up on a repeat.
You said, oh.
So, you know, and it was one of those things where I got so mad. I said, because I am not a ripper outer. I just roll with the flow because I need for knitting to be calming and not stress me out.
Therapeutic.
I need for it to be therapeutic. So, with that being said, did I rip it out? No. Do I know where I am? Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm. So, I'm going to have to look at the pattern and determine, because it is kind of sort of a forgivable pattern. I mean, if I picked it up and I did something that was not quite the right,
not quite correct,
it's mine. It is mine.
Nobody will know.
But what I will tell you is, I absolutely love this yarn. It is by Life in the Longrass. All of the colorways. I got these from a yarn store when we went to Austin on vacation years ago. So the color, and this it's a DK weight, and the color is Andisol, Wolf, and Gorse. And so they're all 251 yards. Yeah, I got it at Hill Country Weavers in Austin. That's where it was. Hill Country. 100% fine superwash merino. And anyway, so these are the 3 colorways. And I definitely need to finish those up. It is sitting in my, you remember these bags, Jordan?
I do.
These bags were made by Scrappy Angel. And I don't know that she is making bags anymore, because I know that she's into quilting. But what I loved about her bags were they were all wireframe bags. So the mouth of the bag was literally this wide, and they hold so much. And like I said, I'm very glad that I've got several of her bags. I don't know if she's still doing the bags or not, but I got mine. It's getting darker outside. Oh,
that is what happens when the sun goes down.
When the sun goes down
and the moon comes up.
My side.
I don't know
Anyway.
what song you're singing.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
I never know what song you're singing.
There we go. Like I said, we are super rusty. I don't even know. I sometimes even forget to look at the camera.
It's okay.
This is gonna cut off.
Is it? No, you've got 5 minutes.
5 minutes. This is gonna be a short episode. I guess
will be a short
in
episode.
order to get ourselves back into the groove of things.
Well, we don't have a lot of stuff, so yeah.
Yeah.
It would be a short episode.
And I've not bought anything in the last 3 years, so my goal is to knit from what I have because
We have a lot.
we have a lot. And I was part of a yarn club, and so I have a lot of Cheryl's Hypnotic yarn, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I just need to get to knitting. I just need to get to knitting.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
So anyway, we have anything else that we want to talk about, Jordan? I look a hot mess.
I don't think there's... There might be something. I don't know.
Like what? Have we caught them up on pretty much all the things?
I don't think I was driving last time we did this.
You weren't? I think we talked about it on the podcast though.
Because I was... Yeah, I didn't have a car yet.
Yeah. So I will say this, guys. You know, when 2025 rolled around, or close to 2025, you know how most people get into the mode of cleaning and purging. So I have been doing that, and I am going to do a craft room renovation with the help of Jordan.
Of course.
Most of the stuff in here I'm very happy with and pleased with. There's a few sections of this craft room that I wanted to get redone because I want more of a cleaner look than what I have. But today it is, I mean, right now literally it's a hot mess. So I'm going to show you on a good day what the hot mess looks like. And then I'm going to have Jordan, because we went to IKEA and I
Favorite place.
And I had the vision was visioning. And so I've got what I want, and Jordan is my builder, so
Master builder.
he's going to do all of the building for me, and then we're going to do a major, and I wouldn't say major, just a section of the craft room that's going to get redone. So I'm going to film that for you guys so you can see where we film, where I work, etc. So yeah.
You never showed them here, did you?
I don't think so. I showed the last house we were at. We've been in this house.
Wait, did we have this? Was this at the last house?
Yes.
Oh.
Remember we built it and you showed them. It's one of our most.
Yeah, I didn't remember building it there.
Yeah, we built it. We built
That
it
makes
there.
more sense now.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that's it, Jordan.
Going on 9 years now.
9 years. So we're back. We are officially back. And we are happy to be back. So yeah. So stay tuned. Like I said, I know we're a little rusty and probably a little all over the place, but we'll get there. Now I just have to remember how to edit.
That's gonna be a process.
I have to remember how to, I literally thought we had been going 2 years, and 3 makes more sense because I don't remember anything.
Y'all might not see this video for days.
No. I'm gonna make a commitment, and I am going to get it done. I really want to get it done by tomorrow. So, with that being said, thank you guys for hanging in there with us all these years and showing us love, and also asking about us in the last 3 years to see what we've been up to. We definitely appreciate it, and we're glad to be back. And thank you guys for hanging out with us. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.